Classey. Grew up in Fishkill. Brother Tim is in the band. Love the area at Fishkill. Loved my friends, who I'm still in contact to this day with. Every class I went to, that teacher knew whether it was a sister of mine or a brother of mine. My brother Mike, our oldest, he went. He was there the first year John Jay was built. He actually, I think, went to catch him a year before John Jay even existed. So from then until 1985, there was a Classey in there. And obviously when Tim went there, and what did you go there, 80, 88? Well, that was a pretty good run. That's close to 20 years, if not more. I graduated in 1985. Played baseball, basketball for John Jay for, the 3 years I was there. Hung out with like Tom and Matt Rice, Art Atkins, Russ Slater, Rob Walquist, Keith Williams, Mike Schoen, Chris Schoen, Steve Riley. Those guys are friends to this day. And they're like family to me. They were like other siblings, and also like second children to my mom and dad. Billy was there too. Billy lived in my house. I mean, he was, my mom and dad were like second parents to him, and just like the rest of the guys that I named. Bill, you could walk into my house and there's somebody that wasn't a Classey was in my house. It was a great time. Missed those days. So once you guys started this, kind of brought back a lot of memories. As far as teachers, there was a handful that I was real close to and still think of to these days. Mr. Chaccio, Mr. Bianco, Mr. Brent, Mr. Reimer. I'm sure I'm missing a few, but the one that I was closest to most, who was like a second dad to me, was Mr. Knickerbocker, who is down in Florida now, and also spent some time here in Poughkeepsie during the summer times. But he was obviously my basketball coach and a teacher, and someone that I really looked up to. It was either sports or having a party somewhere, whether it was 10 people, or if it was a New Year's Eve party in my house, where probably about 150 people there a couple of years in a row there. We had people from Roosevelt High School, Ketchum, Beacon. It was insane. Too much got out of hand. August, right before we all went to college, we had 30 tickets to go see Springsteen at Giant Stadium. And we slept at the Duchess Mall to get tickets. And we were there for 24 hours, and we got, I remember correctly, I think it was like third row, fifth row, seventh row, ninth row. And there's 30 of us went down there and saw him. And that was, Born USA tour. That was probably the biggest album at that time, right besides Thriller. So for me, the first time when I saw the documentary on the Vagodas, the first thing that came to mind was when you guys practiced in my house. And I'm not sure if I remember correctly. I remember sitting in the living room with my father, and you guys coming in the house. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Tom Drew walked in with a tuba. And me and my dad kind of looked at each other, and we were like, "Oh boy." He's like, "Why did I agree to this?" And man, was it loud in there. He goes, "We were sitting there trying to eat dinner, and you guys were just going to town." Or there was like 10 of yous in there, right? There was like a horn section. I remember Joe Shepard was there. There was like 9 or 10 of yous there. And then obviously the one concert in the auditorium in John Jay, which I was there, and so was my entire family. And to see the video of my mom and dad, that was pretty cool. So that definitely touched me to see that. Listen, I mean, there's not many things going on that's going to draw everybody back together. I mean, we're all at that age right now, right? I mean, the few times that I get to see people are unfortunately probably funerals, right? We're at that age, so this is something a little bit better than that. And I've talked to a lot of people, and they're showing a lot of interest. A lot of them already bought tickets, and a lot of them are right on the fence trying to figure it out. But let's do it. Let's get everyone together that weekend.